The Silver King to me was a very interesting building. When you get in there, there's a big flight of stairs that you had to walk up. We met a lady named Sonia that gave us a tour and told us about the history of the place. And apparently there was murders and possible suicides and things that's happened in there.
There was a man who lived in the hotel in the 1970s or 80s. He got into a fight at the bar across the street. The other man followed him home and up the stairs into the hotel. The resident was stabbed to death right here on the landing.
I think the history attributes a lot to what we get out of a place. There's been a homicide or two, a couple suicides, several deaths. If there is a haunting in this building, the history may play a very large part.
Sonia told us about the water heater having a gas leak that would not have been found had someone not turned off the gas line to it. Although she keeps the room locked and no one else had access to it, the valve was mysteriously closed. Upon inspection, it was found that gas was leaking into the room if the valve was left open. She claims the ghosts of the Silver King saved her and the hotel. The large front room on the third floor is the site of a suicide. A man is said to have jumped out the window and fallen to his death in the street.
This object that I have in my hand will allow us to hear you later. If you go over to it, you can talk into it and we'll be able to hear your voice later. Is there something that you'd like to say to us? Is there any sign that you can give us that you're here? Is there any way that you can communicate with us so that we know that you're here?
At this point, while listening to the recording, we heard what might have been the word, "Hi."
Okay, this is Brian and Lori. We're in room number 1. Now, there is a band playing at Elmo's, St. Elmo's across the street, and you can hear numerous voices coming from over there, and yelling, and cars driving by, so we need to be careful with this. Can you tell us what your name is? That's a motorcycle outside. Can you touch myself or Lori on the shoulder or on the arm or leg? See this device that I have in my hand? If you come up close to it, you can make it light up. Can you come up close to me? Even just stand right next to me.
We'd like to communicate with you.
Is Lori sitting in your area? Why do you like this room? Did you live here?
The device with the green light on the bed, if you go closer to it, you can make it change colors. There are 2 devices with red lights. If you go close to one of them and talk, we can hear you later.
Am I getting closer to you? Can you touch one of us? Let us know you're here. If you want us to leave, make a loud noise, stomp your feet.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
The device strapped to the railing is a stealth camera, normally used for hunting game. It has a motion sensor, and when something moves in front of it, the camera takes a flash picture. We got one interesting picture with the stealth camera. This orange flash in the left of the frame was not seen in any other pictures. This picture shows the view when a person is partially out of the frame. Is this a photograph of the lady in white who has been seen on this landing? We have no explanation.
The device Michael is holding is an EMF meter. This measures the electromagnetic field. It is thought that spirits either give off this energy or use it to manifest. Oh my god! I thought it was a skunk. Was it black and white? It just freaked me out.
That person's house? I did get some chills in some of the rooms, but nothing that was really alarming or abnormal. Sometimes, well, what I find, if I don't have any feelings, that's when we mostly get good stuff. But we took several EVPs. I believe we had some voices, but there was so much loud noises and commotion going on outside. I really would love to go back and finish the investigation at some point to maybe back up our evidence from the first investigation.
A couple of things actually caught my attention. First of all, the age of the building was pretty impressive. At the time we did the investigation, it was 109 years old. Given the history, several deaths, that definitely caught my attention as far as historical value. During the investigation at the hotel, I didn't see or feel anything that I thought was abnormal. After the results of our investigation came in, including EVPs, there appeared to be a voice, possibly a voice. However, once again, with the street noise and things going on around us, very hard to determine. I do believe we may have gotten something, but without a reinvestigation, I couldn't pinpoint it yet. Maybe a slower night might have helped us a little bit on the sound. That would be my biggest thing, is to go back to maybe during a weeknight when it's quieter, not so much traffic, not so many people walking and yelling and fighting. But that would be the only thing I think I'd change. I think we did a pretty good investigation. I think we covered it well. We were at a disadvantage as far as the night we chose just happened to not be probably the right night. But I still feel we did a good investigation.